would like to see more attention bestowed on Alvin. He was an interesting guy. He didn't get drafted till he was 29. He tried to register as a conscientious objector, and that didn't work. His early life was filled with just family and sort of a non-violent existence. Alvin was kind of an interesting guy, kind of a hippie, I guess, at that stage of the game. But they denied his conscientious objector status. He ended up in the Army. He was ultimately made a sergeant. His heroism goes unchecked, unnoticed, but unchecked. And as we drove away, I couldn't help but think there needs to be more time and more effort paid attention to him. Alvin, he came home and he worked for education and the betterment of the people in his community. He was a lot of things, but I couldn't find one bit of information that told me he was political on any level. I didn't know. I don't know. Was Alvin a Democrat or a Republican? Was he a conservative or a liberal? I have no clue. What I do know is probably didn't matter after what he'd been through. And I think mostly what he wanted to do in his declining years was serve his fellow man.
But in constant sorrow all through his days, well, I am a man of constant sorrow. I've seen trouble all my days. I bid farewell to old Kentucky, the place where I was born and raised, the place where he was born and raised. Well, 4 long years I've been in trouble, but no pleasure here on earth I found. For in this world I'm bound to ramble. I have no friends to help me now. But he has no friends to help him now. Word out, baby. Well, it's fare thee well, hail my whole true lover. I never expect to see you again, before I'm bound to ride that northern railroad. Perhaps I'll die upon this train. Perhaps he'll die upon this train. Bury me in some deep valley for many years where I may lay. Then you may learn to love another while I am sleeping in my grave, while he is sleeping in his grave. Gotta hit it again. I'm just a stranger. My face you never never will see no more. But there is one promise that is given. I'll meet you on God's golden shore. He'll meet you on God's golden shore.
Sugar's got some sweetness to it, as do my baby lips. When she hears some old howling wolf, she got to move her hips. She ain't much for the bluegrass fiddle, she likes that bottleneck slide. A little kick with a lot of bottom, let the resonator take a ride. Listen up, looky here, I'm talking about them country blues. You take some black diamond strings and put them on a J45. You hit them chords, you get that thump, you're downright sanctified. Or you can take a lipstick pickup and play it through a Fender Tweed. It's so sweet, oh so sweet, when it squeals, squalls, and bleeds. Listen up, looky here, I'm talking about them country blues. Sit on. I'm strong for the Union and a rank and file. And I talk with a southern drawl and I still say honey child. And I'm partial to old hookers singing a crawling king snake. And I believe that muddy waters is as deep as William Blake. So listen up, y'all, looky here, I'm talking about them country blues. I'll listen up, oh looky here, I'm talking about them country blues. Sit on, right now, sit on, them down home country blues.
Yeah. I've been thinking a lot about the people on the mountain. This is an interesting situation for them because if your life is a struggle to start with, then the question is, does the struggle getting harder matter that much to you, or do you just roll with it? And I think so far they're just rolling with it. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I can't remember who it was, which isn't that unusual anymore. And I said, you know, I said, the difference is there's just more of them living in the house. And what you see sometimes in a situation of serious marginalization is that First off, there's not a ton of land ownership. There's some. And that in itself can be costly, because if Grandpa left you a half acre up on the mountain in a small community like Cravenstown in 1950 or 1960, and you own that, and you have a little single wide on it or a small house, if you have that, then when you go down to apply for food stamps, because you don't have a mortgage or rent, it changes the way they treat you. And so if you're an 80-year-old woman living on the mountain, and you're getting, you know, $34, $45, $50 worth of food stamps, that's why. Well, that's one of the reasons why. I don't know what we're trying to force these folks to do. She's not going back to work. Patricia worked for almost 20 years. She had to drive 17 miles to Livingston, clear down Cub Mountain every day to work at Botany 500 Shirt Factory. That's what people did. It gets real tiresome when people use their reasoning for the dissolution of social services being that it's people taking advantage of the system. I gotta think that's somebody that's never needed the system. How about any of that milk there that's in those boxes? It's really quite good.
Oh, yeah, it's all right.
Use that. You have to refrigerate it after you
Open it?
yeah, after you open it, but you don't have to refrigerate it till then.
Huh.
So how you been doing, Carly?
Well, I just sitting around the house, man.
We got a music thing on the 28th if you want to come down, yeah?
Well. Macaroni, yeah.
You're not allowed to eat that, but she can.
She can.
She can. Yeah, those, you got a microwave, don't you?
Yeah.
Those things are pretty damn good.
Yeah.
A little high in salt.
Well, what else
You want any more of that cereal?
Oh, yeah.
Give him another cereal, and I'll take the other two to Steve.
That'll do right there.
All right, brother.
That'll be enough.
Sorry, old man.
Yeah, they took one. They're gonna give me SSI to start with, and Social Security give me my regular disability. And 2 months later, they took it away from me.
All of it?
Back to SSI. It's like somebody just taking a knife and cutting your throat.
How much of a reduction was that?
1507 down to 771.
Getting any food stamps?
Yeah, little, not much.
How many?
Last paper I got was $15.
I lost you, I lost you. You slipped from your
Love you, Teddy.
costume like an actress in this tragedy. You're just an apparition and it's all in mystery. I fear you passed over me, and there's nothing I can do because I've lost you. Just like a rich man who is careless with his change, took you for granted and I saw you go to strangers. From deep within my heart I hear a distant fading pulse, a poor woman searching for the last coin in her purse. I've lost you, I've lost you. You've slipped from your costume like an actress in this tragedy. You're just an apparition and it's all in mystery. I fear
You passed over me, and there's nothing I can do because I've lost you. Just like a counterfeit, you passed from palm to palm. I saw the one I loved go to someone else's arms. Well, I misplaced my senses, now it's easy to see. A fool who lost his treasure and he watched her walk away. I've lost you, I've lost you. You slipped from your costume like an actress in this tragedy. You're just an apparition in this haunting mystery. I fear that you've passed over me, and there's nothing I can do because I've lost you. I've lost you. I've lost you.
Nice to meet you, brother.
You too.
Cool.
I enjoy your TV show.
I enjoy your wife. She's a good person, man.
Yeah,
She helps others when she could use the help herself.
I better keep, I guess.
Better keep her now.
Better.
She's got you down where she wants you.
Yeah.
So let me ask you one quick question. Were you happy to get home?
Oh, yeah.
That was it, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad you're here.
I got therapy. They're starting on me Monday.
Are they? They gonna come here?
Yeah.
Good.
We
Well,
enjoy that ramp too.
Well,
Boy, we couldn't live without it.
let's see him go up it.
Watch him. We're remodeling bathrooms, so we've
Good
got
idea.
In and out.
He's doing so much better.
I'm happy to hear it. You're a tough old lady, Elizabeth.
Oh,
You know that, don't you?
tell me.
Well, they be telling you the truth.
I turned 75.
How many?
75.
Did you really?
So have the hippies helped you a lot?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
a lot. They built our ramp.
They built your ramp? Why did you need a ramp?
My husband is disabled.
Yeah. Well, so the ramp's been a big help to you,
Oh my goodness, yes.
and this food's been a big help.
Yes.
Have you ever felt like, did they ever make you feel awkward or like you were being judged for needing help?
No, never.
No?
No.
That makes things easier, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, enjoy, and we'll be back to see you again next time.
Thank you.
Okay, Elizabeth. You were a sexy mama for how many? 73?
75.
I'm not that far behind you.
I do declare, Claire Marie, if you don't stop distracting me, I'm trying to drive, honey, let me be. Oh, Claire Marie, well, a used car I just bought. A lead sled, lamb yachts, 8-valve big block. A red light, don't stop, I do declare, Claire Marie. If you don't stop distracting me, oh, I'm trying to drive a honey like me. Oh, Claire Marie, well, a blue light and a big cop. You be cool, don't talk. No, sir, I am not. Yes, sir, she's a hot, I do declare, Claire Marie. If you don't stop distracting me, just you ride along. I do declare me. If you don't stop distracting me. Oh, I'm trying to drive, mama, let me be, let me be. Oh, Clary, but hers didn't fail to raise a mind as sharp as a bite on her nails. She acts so trusting but cautious as one who don't want to do it, but she still gets it done. Yeah. She flips through the pages of a magazine. Ooh, she is waiting for change. Well, you got to move your car 'cause it's blocking the drive. Mine can't stand to stay here all night. Well, the man ain't coming, but there will be cops. You need to be believable when they knock. Oh, she is waiting. Oh, she flips through the channels of her TV. She is waiting for change.
And do I think because we've changed constantly changing the rules and the regulations for applying for SNAP benefits, for food stamp benefits, it is designed to cut down on the usage. And I've seen that used as a bragging point on the governmental level. Look how many people we've taken off food stamps, the implication being that look at how many people that we've put back to work that don't need food stamps. And I just don't see it. There's an extraordinary amount of active service duty military whose families qualify for food stamps. So what's the deal? We live in a country purportedly the wealthiest country in the world, and we don't provide health care, and we don't provide food for those that need it. And rather than doing those things, we implement procedures like the non-acceptance of Medicaid expansion in Tennessee will lead to the closure of rural hospitals because the funding isn't there to cover the people coming to the emergency rooms and who can't pay. And there's a whole group of people that the emergency room is their regular doctor, and if they have the flu or if they've fallen down or whatever, they don't go anywhere but to the emergency room. And because they had no money and because the emergency room couldn't really turn them away, I think that's changed a bit, then the impetus to cover those expenses, I believe, went to Medicaid, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I am. And there would be a continued impetus, and I'm told that 300,000 more people would be covered by Medicaid expansion. These are working people. If we accepted it into our law in Tennessee, and no one's ever really explained to me why we haven't. I mean, it's like there's like a 5-year payback. It's like, I think in 5 years, I've heard as much as 10% for that year. I've heard also 5%. A small portion of it becomes the responsibility of the state. But if you're insuring 300,000 working people that are probably working for close to $300 a week, and you give them access to, preventive medicine and to general health, don't you think in the long run, financially we'd be better off? I think so too. And another thing that I think would be real important while we're on it is I think there should be great access for any rural child that wants to get into college and go to college, there needs to be a support group, and we've been trying to form a small support group. There is scholarship money. There are ways to get it paid for. I think an important aspect, though, is to get in the groove, so to speak. And I'd like to set up a small little system that would assist people that have lived in a rural environment and into the transition of living in a more urban environment, in a school environment. And it's just little things like that. I mean, what am I thinking about? I'm thinking about what would change it. What would make things better? I mean, there's no ideal up there. I don't know if there's ever been an ideal up there. It may be that as bad as coal mining days were, that was the best it was ever going to be. And what are you going to say?
Come and kneel by the side of your mother, my boy. You've only a moment, I know. Just stay till I give you the
Children. Finally met your husband. There's 5 of you.
Yeah.
You work third shift, Purdue, essentially,
Yeah.
in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter's 4 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
He's had 5 open heart surgeries.
Yep.
And
We're having number 6. They changed it to March 5th, and we have to be there March 4th.
and you get $75 a month in food stamps.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get any until
Oh,
they
no.
open the government again.
Yeah, that's what I was told.
How's that affecting people you know?
A lot of people are freaking out. The reason why I had to quit was when I was pregnant with Hunter, I had a lot of complications, and I was going to the hospital at least every other night. I was like a month or 2 months from being there for a year, and I went to go talk to somebody, and they said that they couldn't help me until I'd been there for a year. So I was like, well, I'm actually headed to the hospital right now, and I walked off.
What are you doing? There you go. Get up in there.
I'll never cease
You want to look at some other stuff? Come on. What do you see in there you like?
Hold fast to
Looking
the
for a car? We
right,
can get one if you can find one.
wherever your footsteps may roam, and forsake not the way of salvation, my boy. You learn from your mother at home.
Are you going back to the hospital?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
In your satchel a Bible, my boy. The
You can show 'em your
book of
muscles.
all books, it's the best. It will teach you to live and prepare you to die. It will lead to the gates of the blessed.
I've been waiting by the way, chill night and heat of day. I can't even count the hours wasted these out of town. When in doubt and deep despair, call for me, I will be there. If I cannot come myself, please don't call on no one else. I will wait for you in the morning, I will wait for you in the dawn. I will wait for you, my darling, I will wait for you till I'm gone. Blood red bird sings in the sky, sun is spinning my own mind. Stuck up on this barren hill, pray for rain that never will. I will tell you once again, in case you did not hear before, you won't find a better ride, no one else will love you more. I won't wait for you in the morning, I won't wait for you in the dawn. I will wait for you, my darling, I will wait for you till I'm gone. silver road, silver chalk marks on my soul. I will wait on burning sand, wait till you through river sand. Make your every dream come true, glad it's given me to do. I will wait for you in the morning, I will wait for you in the dawn. I will wait for you, my darling, I will wait for you till I'm gone. 7 horses dressed in gray come to bear my heart away. Nothing ventured, nothing lost, I would rather pay the cost. Once upon a winter time, sun broke through the clouds shine. Summer's come, summer's go, can't say well, but this I know. I will wait for you in the morning, I will wait for you in the dawn. I will wait for you, my darling, I will wait for you till I'm gone. Saw you long ago, there was nothing else to know. I was yours, you were mine, whatever else came down the line. I will wait for you in the morning, I will wait for you in the dawn. I will wait for you, my darling, I will wait for you till I'm gone. I will wait for you in the morning, I will wait for you in the dawn. I will wait for you, my darling, I will wait for you till I'm gone. Whoa, I will wait for you till I'm gone.
So I don't know. We do, as I've mentioned before, seem to be living in a time of crime and punishment. Somebody ought to write a book about that. I mean, there is a certain amount of what I would consider petty crime that goes on in marginalized areas that people trying to get through day to day, whatever reason. Addiction is a big one. Even cigarettes, believe me, people will steal your weed eater for cigarettes, beer, legal drugs. But, once again, I think that what we're talking about here is whether we want to get to the heart of the problem, to the cause of the problem, or do we just want to try to make people's lives so miserable that they're afraid to repeat offend? Because let me tell you, someday I'll explain recidivism to you. Once the ball starts rolling in a community that has no access to finance, it gets ugly real quick for no apparent reason. People keep going back to jail just for not showing up at their court date, because they don't have the money to pay for their court fees. So if they don't go meet with their parole officer or whatever, they're screwed. Hello, Randall.
Red bird stepping on a leaf. Red bird stepping on a leaf. Why don't you twist your head around and talk some more to me? Dust on that little puppy dog. Red bird stepping on the leaf. Red bird stepping on the leaf. possum swinging from a tree. Possum swinging from a tree. Don't you shake the possum down upon top of me. Red bird stepping on the leaf. Red bird stepping on the leaf. Won't you twist your head around and talk some more to me? Red bird stepping on the leaf. Red bird stepping on the leaf. Won't you twist your head around and talk some more to me?
It's Hippie. I'm all right, man. We're kind of hiding out down here, you know. How's everybody up there? I read a thing that said Terry Hunt had killed himself. Surely not. No, okay. Somebody posted that on Facebook. No, I was just thinking about you guys. Everybody well up there? How about Chris? Where's Chris? He is. I thought he was going back into rehab. There's always hope, right? There's always hope. I sent some food up to Cotton and some yesterday. Judy says Cotton's doing okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to call and check on you guys. I will try to get up there. I've been around there. I left some stuff for Granny Bowles the other day, and I've been sneaking on porches and then leaving.
Why do I love you? Why do I love you? Oh. I give myself away. I give myself away. Well, I had it coming for holding on to nothing. Whoa. Knowing you won't change. You'll never feel the same. Oh, but I'm so weak. I've lost my strength to fight such a liar that's filled me with desire. Why do I miss you? I'm dying just to kiss you. I give myself away. I don't want to give myself away. Whoa, but I'm so weak. I've lost my strength to fight such a liar that's filled me with desire. Why myself away. I don't wanna give myself away, but I'd still give myself away, Lord. Why do I love you?
I'm afraid of it. I'm afraid of it. I know some people aren't. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I'm personally afraid of it. I think you're right. I think the worst is yet to come.
The day the devil changed, like he woke up from a dream, and he couldn't stand the man he'd become. He stood up and looked around at the lost that had been found, and he swore he'd make a heaven of his home. Well, he suddenly decided that make his wrongs alright, and the world will never ever be the same. Well, if he can do it, then we can do it. To fall that far, live a different way. The day the devil changed. The day the devil changed, he was sad, so ashamed, and he'd have to face all the things that he had done. And he had to make amends. He had let down all his friends, and every single one that gave him love. Well, he suddenly decided that make his wrongs alright, and the world will never be the same again. Well, if he can do it, then we can do it. To fall that far and live a different way. The day the devil changed, the day the devil changed, the day the devil changed.
But the ideal now is opportunity. The ideal now is acceptance. The ideal now is education. The ideal now is enough to eat and enough firewood to keep you warm, and, you know, like that.
aching in my soul. I'm gonna swing it like John Henry all day long. Blow, blow. I gotta do my time. Gotta do my time. With an aching heart. She'll be waiting for me when I've done my time. Thank you, everybody.
Good mowing weather, I'll tell you that. Well, was there some way to end this that made it make sense? Once again, Coach James. Once again, if we're gonna be judged for how we care for the least among us, whether they talk like us, look like us, feel like us, breathe like us, eat like us, think like us, doesn't matter. How did you treat them? See you there.
My dear, oh, the time's grown near. We'll have to walk down where the fields are old grown. Consumption claimed his life. We dare not miss the sight of the train carrying Jimmy Rogers home. We had some hard times these last few years. We lost a farm, we almost lost our spirit too. Oh, but it's the strangest thing when we heard that man sing. Knew somehow we would make it through. Now I hear the whistle blow. That old train is rolling slow. Sounds like it's crying for the singing brakeman too. Back to the sunny South he'll go. it'll never roam no more. Here's the train, hold me close, oh sweetheart, do. Come here, my little son. Let me hold you up. I want you to remember this day when you are grown. How your mama and your dad were so proud and so sad, watching the train carrying Jimmy Rogers home. There goes the train carrying Jimmy Rogers home. Hoolaloo. Jimmy Rogers.